Hi, my name is Kelly, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Today, we're going to do a 30-minute intermediate yoga class. All you're going to need for equipment is a yoga mat, and if you don't have a yoga mat, you can go ahead and grab a beach towel. Let's step forward to the front edge of our yoga mat, bringing your toes together, your heels together, and then slightly lift up onto the balls of your feet, separate your heels, and then lean back on your heels and separate your toes, making about a fist distance between your arches of your feet. Spreading your toes, feeling all four corners of your feet. Lift them up, maybe rock back and forth, finding a good position for your feet, waking them up. Shoulders roll down and away from your ears, belly buttons come in. Give me another shoulder roll. Roll those shoulder blades down and back. Now take a deep inhalation. Arms go up and over your head. Tap at the top and exhale. Bring your pinky fingers back down to your thighs. Let's do that again. Take a deep inhalation. Rise those arms up. And exhale. Bring those hands down. Now your breath today is going to go in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing, coming into your practice. One more. Inhale your arms up and over your head. Tap at the top and exhale. Bring those hands down. Now this time, as we inhale, rise up. Let's close that pose. Bend your knees and bring your hands into your heart center, coming into a quarter squat chair pose. Inhale the breath up and over. Hands come back down next to your thighs. Two more. Inhale, rise, close the pose, bend the knees, little bit of a pelvic tilt, and then inhale up. I'm going to give you one more. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So inhale, rise up, close those hands, bend those knees, and bring those hands into your heart center. Little bit of a pelvic tilt, tucking that tail, and then inhale, rise, and bring your hands back to center. Let's go ahead and step back with that right foot into a high runner's lunge. Bending into that left knee. Arms come up and over your head. And let's bring those hands down. Now, if this is too much, you can come out of it a little bit or just sink a little bit more. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, bring those hands down. One more time. Inhale, rise through those hearts. And exhale, bring those hands down. Return your hands to your heart center. Let's leave this left leg where it is and drop the right toes. Toes are going to the right. Heel is going to the left. Turn your torso to the long edge of your yoga mat. And then extend your fingertips out. And then take your eye gaze down your front fingertips. Bending into this left knee. Knee goes towards your third toe. Let's go ahead and externally rotate that right hip back. Arms are extended. Now, if you don't want to leave your arms extended, you can bring them into your heart center, or you can even place them on your hips. We're going to take 3 good breaths here. Inhale completely. Exhale deeply. With every exhalation, let's see if you can sink just a little bit lower. Breathing in and breathing out. One more good breath in this Warrior 2 pose. Inhale completely and exhale deeply. Flip that left hand towards the sky. Left hand to the sky, right hand to the thigh. Eye gaze can be up the palm of the hand, or you can take your eye gaze onto the horizon. Each pose, I'd like to breathe 3 to 5 breaths. I say 3 to 5 because it depends on how fast or how slow you take your inhalation and exhalation. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Returning to Warrior 2, palms of your hands are facing down. Extended side angle. Let's bring that elbow over to that knee. Reaching that palm of the hand up to the sky. Now, if you want, you can place that hand on your hip, or you can just lift it back up to the sky. Eye gaze can be on your horizon, or up at the palm of your hand. I'm going to turn so you can see. I'm gently putting pressure onto this knee as I'm reaching up, dropping this hip into the posture. Eye gaze on the horizon or up at that thumb. Now this elbow is not weight bearing. It is not holding me up. It's just there gently. Breathing in, breathing out. Now you can use your core or place your palm of your hand on that knee and come up. Beautiful. Pivot your back toe and your palm of the hand and go ahead and step forward to the front edge of your mat. Let's extend that left leg back behind us. Coming into that right knee bent, crescent lunge. Arms rise above your head. Eye gaze on the horizon, and then exhale, bring those hands down. Let's do that again. Take a deep inhalation. Rise those arms up, feeling that stretch, opening up that heart, and exhale, bring those hands down to your thighs. One more time. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release. Hands come into your heart center. Let's drop that left foot. So toes go to the left edge of the mat, heel to the right edge. Stay bent into that right knee. Knee goes towards that third toe. Hip externally rotates. Arms extend. Sink your hips just a little bit lower, keeping your knee right over your ankle. Eye gaze down that middle finger. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe a little shoulder roll. Drop those shoulders down. Let's go ahead and flip that hand. Reach up to the sky and down to the thigh. At any point in time, if you need to release the legs just a little bit, go ahead and release out of those legs. Or sink a little bit more, challenging yourself. Give me one good breath here. Both palms of your hands come back to like a capital letter T. Extended side angle, elbow bends, arm comes up. Now slightly rotate your shoulders, one on top of the other. Eye gaze can be on the horizon, or you can look up at that thumb. I'm going to turn sideways for you again. Reaching, lengthening, sinking, breathing. Belly buttons are in, tailbones slightly tucked under behind you. Now again, you can use your core, pull yourself up, or use your hand on that knee. Rotate that back toe and that palm of the hand and step forward to the front edge of your mat. Inhale completely. Exhale deeply. We're going to go into some balance posing. Inhale those arms up and over your head. Close the pose and bring your hands down into your heart center. Taking that right foot, let's place it over the top of that left ankle bone. Holding, breathing, feeling all four corners of that left foot. You may remain here or slide your foot up into that calf, knee turned out to the side. What I like to do is place one hand on my hip and one hand on my knee to open these hips, to open this posture. And then when you have your balance, bring it back into your heart center. Adding a little bit of balance challenge. Let's go ahead and bring those arms up even with our nose. Starting to wobble. Inhale the arms all the way up, and let's come into that willow tree. Now at any point in time, if you're just wobbling too much or you don't feel balanced, go ahead and put your toe down on the floor. Closing those hands and bringing your hands back into your heart center. Release the right leg down to the floor. If you want, shake off those legs a little bit. Inhale the arms up and over your head. Reach up, stretch. Exhale, fingertips come back down. One more time. Inhale those arms up. Reach up, draw that navel in. Bring your hands into your heart center. Left foot comes over the top of that right ankle bone. Knee turned out, hip turned out. Again, you can take your hands to your inner thigh and your hip, opening that up. Sliding your hands back into your heart center. If you would like, you can bring that sole of the foot into the side of the calf, starting to feel more of that balance. Lift your hands so your thumbs are approximately even with your nose. Just moving your hands ever so slightly makes you have to work on your balance just a little bit more. If you'd like to proceed to progress this, bring those arms up and over your head, coming into a willow tree. Shoulders down and away from those ears, arms out, breathing in, breathing out. Closing the palms of your hands, bringing them to your heart center. Stepping down, and go ahead and shake those legs off again. Let's take a deep inhalation, rise up, placing your palms of your hands on your thighs, keeping a flat back. Little bit of a round through the lower back, little tailbone tuck right here, and then return to a flat back. Exhale, little tailbone tuck, and return to a flat back. Let's do that one more time. Exhale all that breath out, and inhale back to a flat back. Let's take it to the floor. Bend your knees, put your fingertips down onto the floor, step back with one knee, and then step back with the other knee. Coming into a all fours position or tabletop position. Backs are flat, bellies are in. We're going to start with just one arm. So take that right arm, reach it straight out in front of you. Reach that right arm, and then bring that right arm back down. And let's do the same thing. Reach that left arm out and return it to the mat. Right arm, reach, extend, palm faces out, thumb up. Bring it down one more time. Stretch, reach, lengthen, and bring that hand back down. Let's do the same thing with the legs. Keeping a flat back, extend your left leg straight back behind you and bring that back in. And let's go ahead and extend that left leg, point those toes, draw that navel into the spine, and set it down. One more time, each side. Right leg goes out, extends. Bring that knee in. And the next side, extend. And bring it in. Let's put all of that together. Right arm, left leg reaches out. Set that back down. Let's do the opposite side. Left arm, right leg extends. And set it down with a breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hand and knee to the floor. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hand and knee to the floor. Pressing yourself back, hips back towards your heels. Let's keep our chest up. Just trying to get our bottoms back to our heels as we get a nice little stretch here. Walk your hands in front of your knees, and I'd like you to come up onto a kneeling position. If you need to, you can take your yoga mat or your towels, fold them in the middle, and then put your knees on for just a little bit more cushion. Right leg, step forward. Let's go ahead and put the left hand down onto the floor, and then rotate and reach up to the sky. Turning your torso into this right inner thigh as you reach up, as you elongate. Take another good inhalation and exhalation. Palm of your hand comes down to the floor. Climb both palms of your hands up to this right knee. I'd like you to stretch this inner thigh, this hip flexor, this quadricep, hamstring, and glute. You can leave your hands right here on your knee. You can drop your hands down towards the floor, palms of your hands open, or you may rise up with your hands, giving me a kneeling crescent lunge. Let's take some good breaths here. Shoulders dropping down away from those ears. Your eye gaze can go slightly up. Fantastic. Both hands come down to the floor. Let's step back with this right leg. Push back to those heels. Get that little bit of stretch here. Keeping your backs flat. Maybe even move your hips a little bit from side to side. Walk your hands right underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up to that kneeling position. Let's take that left leg. Left leg steps forward. Lean into it. Right hand goes down to the floor. Let's rotate. Turn your torso into this left leg. Reaching up to the sky, twisting, breathing. If this is too much with your hand up towards the sky, you can place your hand right here on your hip. Breathing in, breathing out. Left hand comes down to the floor, pressing yourself up into a low or kneeling lunge. Both hands can go to that knee, and I do want you to push that hip forward just a little bit, getting into that hip flexor, quadricep, hamstring, and glutes. And again, your hands can rest on your knee. You can take your hands down at your hips, or bring your arms up towards the sky, reaching up, lengthening, stretching, breathing in, breathing out. Both hands come down to the floor. Push your weight back and then step that knee back. And let's go ahead and push back one more time to that child's pose with our heads up off the floor, just sitting back. Walking your hands in front of your knees. Go ahead and have a seat on your yoga mat. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. Rolling all the way down. Grab the backs of your legs and roll yourself down to the floor. Walk your heels in so that your heels are right underneath your knees and your knees are in alignment with your hips. Palms of your hands go down to the mat. Eye gaze straight up to the sky. Pushing into the soles of the feet, pushing into the palms of your hands. I want you to lift your hips, your belly, and your rib cage all at the same time. Push in and lift up. Balancing on the backs of your shoulders, not on your neck. Coming into that bridge pose. Slowly lower your hips back down to the floor. Let's go ahead and lift it again. Push into the palms, push into the hands. Lift this up. Pressing, breathing. Squeezing those bottoms. And slowly lower it down. Let's do one more, please. Press into the soles of the feet. Press into the palms of the hands. Roll that entire torso up, balancing on those shoulders. And slowly roll yourself back down. Bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg. Squeezing this knee up and in towards your torso. A little bit of pressure down onto that belly. Turning your knee to the right, your foot to the left. Draw the left knee in, coming into your figure four pose. Your palms of your hands can go down to the mat and you can stay just like this. Or take that right hand, go through that hole you created and interlace both fingers on the back of the left thigh. Pulling in, squeezing in. If that's too much, just back off. Now go ahead and flex both feet. Lowering down, uncross those legs. Let's straighten that right leg and bring the left knee into your chest. Little bit of pressure onto the belly. Breathing in, breathing out. Turning your knee to the left, your foot to the right. Let's draw that right knee in, create that figure 4 position. Palms of your hands can go down to the mat, or your left hand can go through that hole you created, interlace your fingers, and pull in. Only pull in as comfortable as you are with this leg coming in, feeling that stretch, hamstring, glute, IT band. Sole of your foot goes down to the floor on the right. Let's drop both legs down. Open up both arms wide to a T. Lift the knees together and then drop them to your right side, giving me a rotation or a twist. Eye gaze can be straight up to the sky or slightly turn your chin over towards that left shoulder. Return your chin to center. Draw both knees at the same time if you can, back through center. Drop them over to the left. Eye gaze can be up at the sky or slightly turn your chin towards that right shoulder. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Bringing both knees to center. Take your legs straight up to the sky, flexing those feet. Now slightly bend both knees to a tabletop position. Press the knees out to the side. I'd like you to reach in and grab your shins and then open your legs to a happy baby. You can grab the backs of your legs, the backs of your calves. You can place your hands right here on your thighs. Without lifting your head, neck, and shoulders up, if you can grab the arches of your feet. But if you're lifting your head up to get to those feet, then I recommend just coming down the legs, anywhere along these legs, lower. Rolling yourself from side to side. Massaging your back. Soles of your feet come together. Let your feet fall to the floor, coming into your Baddha Konasana, bound ankle, or your knees out like a butterfly. Let's take that right hand and place it on your heart, and the left hand and place it on your belly. Inhaling completely. Exhaling deeply. Feeling your chest and your belly rise with each breath. And then fall as you exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take one more good breath here. Place your palms of your hands down onto the mat. Bring your knees together. We have a couple options for your legs. You can walk your legs out a little bit wider than hip width apart and draw your knees together. Or you can straighten your legs into your Shavasana. Straight legs. We're going to close the eyes. Come back to that breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Eyes are closed. Face is softening. Making space between your eyebrows. Unfurrow your forehead. Unclench your teeth. Relax your jaw. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly walk your feet back in. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll your back from side to side. Drop your knees over to the right side of your mat, making a pillow for your head. Bring your palms of your hands together. Let's take 3 good inhalations and exhalations as we lay in this fetal position. Inhaling completely, exhaling deeply. On your next exhalation, let's take the left leg, extend it down the long edge of your yoga mat. Press up into both palms of your hands, rolling yourself up to a side seated position, and then swinging that leg around to a comfortable seated position for you. Hands to the earth, chins to the chest. Sweep your thumbs up over your head and exhale, hands to the earth and chins to the chest. Leaving your right hand into the mat, left hand comes up and over, seated palm tree. Inhale through center, exhale over to the other side. Let's do that 2 more times. Right hand into the mat, left hand over, feeling that stretch down that left side. Inhale through center, exhale over. 1 more time. Right hand down, left hand up. Inhale through center, left hand down, right hand up. Right hand goes behind your back. Put it into the mat like a second spine and twist. Twisting, lengthening, stretching. Drawing that navel into your spine. Twisting from the rib cage, the chest. Eye gaze is the last thing to twist. Low windmill, hands down. Take that left hand behind your back. Sitting up tall, thinking of your left hand like a second spine. Long, erect, tall. Hand to your knee as you twist. Eye gaze over the back of that shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Returning yourself to center, straighten your legs straight out in front of you. Grab your bottoms, pull your legs up. Inhale your arms up and over your head. Exhale, hands down to your shins, lengthening your spine in a spine stretch forward. Go ahead and flex those feet. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see my spine. My hands are resting right on my shins, and I'm just leaning slightly forward. Sweeping your arms up. Close your pose into your heart center, coming into a cross-legged position 1 more time. 3 good breaths. Inhale your arms up and over your head. Fingertips come down to the floor, chin comes to your chest. Inhale your arms up and over your head. Close that pose and follow those hands into your heart center. And final breath of today's practice. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. And then in towards your heart center. Take 1 more good inhalation in through the nose. And then exhale out the nose. And in yoga, we say thank you to one another. Namaste.